Sometimes anime runs out of things to do, and then we just exist in this tropey trope land. And then every once in a while comes along an anime. And it's like, let's take all the tropes, make it funny, and make that into a whole anime. And that's what Food Wars is. Welcome to the first episode of I'm going to call it a parent guide. I know not all parents are going to be watching this, but whatever. Of anime, where I will be talking about animes, explaining them, and giving my advice on if you should let your children watch it. There's a lot of Gen X and other parents who just don't know about anime, and your kids are like, oh, I'm watching this thing now, and then you walk in on the wrong scene and then ban them from watching anything, and it's not that bad, honestly. So in order to get that started with, we're going to be talking about one of the most, it's not really controversial, but so before I jump into my analysis of the whole show or whatever, I want to talk about the categories and or tropes that actually are part of Food Wars in and of itself. First, it is a slice of life anime, which means it's more realistic. You talk about food, there's actually a cookbook in Japan and in Japanese that, you could follow the recipes on. Binging with Bad Bitch, love that YouTube channel. I think he's made one or two of the things from this show. I've made one of the things from the show. Not on their level, not on Yukihira's level, but it was pretty good. Next is School. For some reason, with school animes, whoever is the SJ president, SJ council, whatever, they have utter power and world-renowned something another. So in Food Wars, the Elite 10 and the number one seat, who's essentially the SJ president, often a third year, they just kind of run the school, and the government somehow, like, you're in the top 10 when you graduate from the school, and you've made it, is what it seems like. And then the final one is a harem, and I know that word kind of shocks a lot of people, but that just means that the protagonist is surrounded by a bunch of people of the other gender, generally. So there's Food Wars. He has a bunch of girls around him consistently. There are also reverse harems, where a girl protagonist is surrounded by a bunch of dudes. Vampire Knights and Fruits Baskets comes to mind. So that's just part of it. Not necessarily making it a bad thing, just be aware of the amount of possible fan service and things that can occur from a show that can be labeled as a harem anime. Alright, so next, let's jump into the actual show. Yukihira, who's on the screen right now, and his father, Jorichiro. I can't remember how to say his real first name. His last name is Saiba. They, father son, they work in a diner, and one day, some person comes in, erects their diner. Yukihira's like, you know what? Let me challenge that lady to a thing to put some respect on our name. That is essentially how the show starts. He was like, how dare you trash my father's spot? I'm going to show you that we can cook. Everybody can cook. What's good? And, Yukihira does his thing, and she likes the food. And then his father is like, you know what? This is a great time to peace out and go on vacation. I'm sending you to school. So Yukihira has been like, not in school this entire time for some reason. And so his dad sends him to Totsuki, which is like the number one culinary school in Japan, and that's where the rest of the show takes place. And it's basically Yukihira's adventures throughout the school, challenging the Elite 10 and how awesome they are. Him finding his own way, getting rivals and things. So that's the entire show in probably one of the briefest summaries I've ever summarized in anime. Okay, so into the advice part of the video. According to imdb.com, Food Wars is rated TV-14. It's not super hard to see why. During the show, if your food is really good, because they do eat the food while judging it, if it's good, it causes you to strip. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're stripping. Show calls it something else. And then in the like series finale or whatever, when the food's like super super good, it caused like everyone else to stroke. I forgot who the judge was in that, but yeah. So that's the only of big downside. There is this girl, who is a stereotypical American girl. Nickname is called Meat Meat, and she just has big. This is going on YouTube, so I'm gonna just upload a picture, and you can see this is what she looks like, and yeah. So besides anime girl chess and the stripping, the show's perfectly fine. Honestly, there are many people I would have recommended this show to, especially some of my cooking friends. But the actual eating of the food takes it to a whole nother level. And then the part that also caused a lot of people hesitation is that the food gets personified. Um, and it's a little much. It truly is. I could honestly do without the things. So there's a scene where Soma makes something with honey, and the girl's eating it. He gets turned into all these bumblebees, and all the bumblebee Somas are pouring honey on the girl, and there's some stuff with tentacles because he made an octopus dish one time, he made a lamb dish one time, like so it's real extra. Eating the food is real extra, but but not the worst thing out there. TV, I think TV 14 is fair. um so if you don't want your child to see that, don't watch it. They're called Foodgasms. I'm pretty sure there's some other YouTube videos, or just you can go on Crunchyroll, watch some clips, watch the first episode. Honestly, that'll sum it up, and then each of the illustrations changes on what the dish is. Other than that, Food Wars is pretty wholesome. It's a really good anime. Has a pretty good start to finish, and then surprise plot twist in the final season. The seasons are called plates, so it's like Food Wars, then Food Wars, the second plate, third plate. It's really dope. Um, so yeah, I really liked Food Wars. I liked reading the manga because the anime was taking way too long, and you'll hear me say that on other animes too. Especially some animes don't get finished ever. So that's it for the first episode of Parents Guide to Anime until I find a better name for it. Next time I will pick a different anime. If you guys want me to review any animes, or if your kids are thinking about watching something, you let me know, and I'll try to keep this up consistently. All right, bye. I would like to shout out a couple of things. Of course, anime and the creators of Food Wars and whoever owns the anime licensing rights. I don't know who does. I would also like to thank my friend Tahira, who made these awesome, dope animated versions of me. I guess we can call them animated versions, even though they don't move yet. I got plans for the future. But yeah, she does dope work, so I will put all of her info and things down below in the details of the video. And shout out to Binging with Babish. If you have not seen, he did the gotcha pork roast. Surprising that, but he did that from episode, I think it was episode 1. So go check that out. If you want the book, I highly recommend you buy it. It has not been translated yet, as far as I know. So I had to watch somebody else's, or somebody translated it on some website I was on. I did the egg thing from his entrance exam. So that was fun. That was really tasty. I should not have made this video without eating. It is 12 in the afternoon. I haven't eaten today. So I will catch you guys later on the next video. Bye.